What's going on, my fellow kitchen appliances? My name is Toaster, and welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you're having a great day. I know I'm not. Now in this video, if for some reason you can't read the title, we're going to be going over everything in the Nether update, which released a few days ago on June 23rd, 2020. Now I would have gladly recorded the day the update dropped, but I was away on holiday. I just graduated from high school. But without further ado, let's get into it. With the release of the Nether update comes a whole lot of new things to explore. This includes biomes, blocks, and new redstone mechanics. The first biome that we're covering today is the Crimson Forest. We'll be journeying into the Nether later on in the video for you guys to see it up close and personal. But for now, prepare this little area to showcase just about everything you can find in this biome. Now the main thing you'll find here is this new Crimson Tree. Now, I'm not sure officially what it's called, but it is in fact a tree. Now, you can of course grow this tree in the overworld, and you'll find it generating naturally in this forest. If you take a piece of bone meal and right click or tap your screen on a crimson fungus, the tree will grow. Now with this new crimson log added to the game, which is officially called the Crimson Stem, you can do a variety of different things. You can of course do the classical thing and use the stem in the builds, like people tend to use it as a corner piece. You can use it in builds. You can of course strip the stem, turn it into a bark block, strip the bark block, and then you can craft basically everything that's wooden with it. You can craft fence posts, planks, fence gates, fence posts, stairs, trapdoors, and slabs. You can also craft crimson doors, crimson signs, buttons, and pressure plates. Now, this block here is the Shroom Light. You can find it generating naturally in these trees. Not just the crimson tree, but also the warp tree. As you can see, it's over there. We'll get to that later though. Now if I turn around here and look down, you can see I have a piece of vanillium on top of netherrack. If I go back in this chest here and grab the bone meal, if I bone meal the vanillium, it'll spread to the block directly next to it. It can also do that. However, if I try to bone meal a block that's not directly next to it, like over here, nothing will happen. It'll just remain netherrack. This also works diagonally. If I go over here, that netherrack just became nillium. Now you can also bone meal the vanillium, and you can occasionally get the crimson roots. And we certainly can't forget about the new vines. This is the beginning stage of a crimson vine. If you bone meal it, it will grow. Bone meal it again, it'll grow some more until it hits the ground. It's now on the ground. You can climb it, you can go down it, you can do whatever you want. We're covering is the warped forest. In the warped forest you can find these warped trees. Shroom lights will spawn in them as well. Now, to get the warped tree in the overworld, all you have to do is find this warped fungus here and bring it to the overworld with you. Grab a piece of bone meal, either right click it or tap it, and it'll grow into the warped tree. Once again, I'm not officially sure of what it's called. With the warped tree, you can, of course, do the same things with the other ones, as its crimson roots. You can use it like this, strip it, use the bark block, strip the bark block, craft it into fence gates, fence posts, planks, stairs, trapdoors, slabs, warp doors, warp signs, buttons, and warped pressure plates. Now, as you can see here, while I've been preparing this world and recording, the warped vanillium has spread itself without me bone mealing it. So it's spread to this block, and then because this block is touching that block, it'll spread here as well. It spread this way, and it spread in these directions, north, south, east, and west, and then it spread diagonally. The third biome we're going to be covering in today's video is the Soul Sand Valley biome. In the Soul Sand Valley you can get these little blue flames that'll pop up on everything. Skeletons spawn here, and so do ghasts. They're really the main things that will spawn. Now, of course, you can get this blue fire in the overworld. If you have some soul soil, kill the ghast. If you have some soul sand or soul soil, just right click it or tap your screen, and it will light. Now, when you are running on top of soul soil, you're gonna go pretty slow. So I recommend you get a pair of shoes with the Soul Speed 3 enchant. When you run with the Soul Speed 3 enchant on soul sand and soul soil, you go pretty fast. You go pretty fast. Now, as an added bonus to this enchant, when you run on the soul sand or soul soil, with the Soul Speed 3 enchant, you get these little particles that'll follow behind you. And it's pretty cool. These little blue spark things. They're pretty cool. The only thing I wish that they added with the blue fire was that when you get Sunfire, it's actually blue instead of the regular orange fire. Now in this biome, you find these little fossils generating pretty much everywhere. If you need some bone meal, go to a Soul Sand Valley biome, break these fossils, and then you have bone meal. How did I miss that jump? I'm genuinely upset with myself. Now, as we know, with the Nether Bee, you can get soul campfires, soul torches, and soul lanterns. Now, to get the soul campfire, you're gonna need your 3 logs. I don't think it's the Nether logs, I'm pretty sure it's just any logs. I believe it's just any logs at this point. Yep, and then it'll become the soul campfire. If I were to step on that in survival mode, it would hurt, because it's still a campfire. Now, to get the soul torches, you're gonna need a stick, soul soil, and coal. No. Wrong way. There we go. And then you get 4 soul torches. Now, in order to get the soul lantern, you're gonna take your soul torch and then combine it. Wrap it up with iron nuggets, the same way you would craft the normal lantern. God damn it. There we go. And then you get the soul lantern. That's pretty much all there is to the soul sand biome. The update brings an entirely new ore to the game, but it's not really an ore, so to speak. This is the ancient debris block. You can find it at wild levels 8 through 22. They generate more commonly down there, but of course they can be found anywhere in the Nether. To mine this block, get yourself a diamond pickaxe. It'll only drop the block, so don't try to use fortune on it. I didn't get it because I'm in creative mode though. But if I was to /give @s ancient debris, it'll drop the block itself. Now, when you take this ancient debris and put it in a furnace, we'll let it cook up. Each ancient debris drops exactly 1 netherite scrap. Now you can take these netherite scraps, you need 4 of them, then you combine them with gold, you go to the crafting table, take your netherite scrap, take your gold, and you can get yourself a netherite ingot. Like that. That's netherite ingot. But for now, I'm just going to put this back in here. Actually, no, on second thought, let me craft it up. So yeah, this is the netherite ingot. Now, in 1.16, the smithing table actually gets a feature. You can right click or tap your screen on the smithing table, put your diamond gear in the smithing table in the first slot, and then put your netherite ingot in the second slot, and you can get yourself a netherite pickaxe. Now, the netherite pickaxe, in my opinion, is the best pickaxe to have right about now, but we'll leave this in here for now. Now, if I look in this chest here, now of course, nether update, you get this new nether gold ore here, and you have the old nether quartz ore. As usual, you can stick with your netherite pickaxe, mine this out. Wait, let me go in survival to show you. I recommend using a Fortune 3 pickaxe and not Silk Touch on this, so you can get the most amounts of quartz that are possible. But let's put that back in the chest for now. Now, when you find yourself some nether gold ore, I recommend using your Silk Touch pickaxe. When you use your Silk Touch pickaxe, it will drop the block itself, not the gold nuggets. Now there are new sounds as well. It sounds metallic, like when you mine it, it sounds like metal clinking. Now you take your nether gold ore. I recommend putting it in a blast furnace. And then it will drop you the gold ingots. Which, like I said earlier, combined with the netherite scrap. You need 4 gold and 4 netherite scraps to get that 1 netherite ingot. Now, of course, we can't forget about the best, absolute best feature of the Nether update. The netherite hoe. Now, the hoe gets a whole new variety of features. With the hoe, if it's enchanted with the efficiency 5, you can instantly break these blocks. Which makes the new hoe a pretty great tool to have. Now let me put these blocks back in here. And now, let's go to the nether. Put myself back in creative and let's go. Now, we immediately spawn in a soul sand valley. This is just my world, it won't always happen to you. Now, I have some command blocks set up here so I can show you all the biomes. We're in a soul sand valley, so this one counts as 1. This is the Crimson Forest. As you can see here while it's loading in, we get these little red particles that tend to float around. Now, in the Crimson Forest, these guys will spawn. Wow, I can't type. Piglins and hoglins, they don't get along. Normally, they will try to fight the hoglin. They hunt hoglins, adult hoglins. Now you yourself can kill the hoglin and they will drop pork chops and leather. But if you kill the piglins, they won't really drop anything useful. Now the next biome is the warp forest, where you get the warp trees. Only thing that really spawns here that I know of are the endermen. You can find these guys roaming around pretty much everywhere in this biome. They spawn basically everywhere here. You could set up an enderman farm if you want. I'm not sure if I'd do that, so I'm not going to do it. Now the next biome, this is like one of my favorite biomes of the new ones, is the Basalt Delta. Now in the Basalt Delta you get these little pretty big columns of basalt just spiking up out of the ground, and blackstone. Now watch, the Basalt Delta is pretty dangerous. Magma cubes will spawn here, and there's a bunch of lava, so yeah, be careful when traversing the Basalt Deltas. And the last biome, which is really the only one that's not new, it's only gotten a name. It's the old Nether, which is now called the Nether Wastes. It's really just the old Nether. If for some reason you don't like the new biomes, I don't know why you wouldn't. Feel free to come here. Now over here I have all the mobs that will spawn in the Nether now. First we have the hoglins and piglins, which will spawn in the Crimson Forest. Now if you bring a piglin or a hoglin into the overworld, they will become zombified. I can go into the overworld real quick and show you guys. Let me just get myself a spawn egg for each of them. If you bring them to the overworld, they'll immediately start to shake. Now it takes about 10 seconds if I'm not mistaken, but eventually they become zombified. Now right now, the piglin, it'll become the old zombie piglin. I'm pretty sure that's a bug that needs to be fixed. Oh, and now he's dead. Now, the wither skeletons and piglins, they don't get along either. I'm pretty sure if I were to let these guys out of their borders, they would immediately start trying to kill each other. Let's test that. Yep, they immediately start trying to kill each other. And the wither skeleton's dead. Now, the newer mob is the Strider. If the Strider is comfortably in lava, it'll have the standard red color. However, if it's out of lava, it'll get cold and become purple. As you can see with this one and this one here. Because they're not in lava, they're not red and they're cold. And of course you can find these ruined portals scattered throughout the Nether. They have some pretty decent loot most times. Like right now, they have flint and steel, gold axe. I'm pretty sure that's someone else's axe. This was a multiplayer world originally. Yeah. Don't subscribe to him. No, I'm kidding, subscribe. Of course, we can't forget about the Lodestone. The Lodestone is a new block that lets you use a compass in basically every dimension to find your way back to, let's say, your home. If you put this at your Nether portal and right click it, it'll link to the Lodestone that's right there. However, if you take it into the overworld, the compass is confused as to where it should be pointing to. Now, like I said, this works in every dimension. if I take this compass here and rename it, let's just give it, I don't know, filming. Subscribe to Rave. Oh, too many letters. Oh well. Yeah, just subscribe. Leave a like down below as well. Click on the lodestone or tap your screen, and it'll be linked to this lodestone right here, and it'll become a lodestone compass. Now it took the name away from it. Sub to Rave Toaster. And now it's linked to this lodestone. I can go, let's just go over here. Now you see the compass in my right hand is still pointing towards the lodestone. If I fly back towards it, see, the compass turned because I went past the lodestone. If I go straight to the lodestone, it'll point directly at it. Now the lodestone works in any dimension, which is why I've hopped into the end. Now if we go here over to the island where the dragon would be, I've killed the dragon. I didn't fight it, no I didn't. And name the compass and let's just go literally anywhere. It'll still point towards the lodestone that I've put over at the middle of the island. And back in the overworld we are. Now, the new redstone mechanic that's been added to 1.16 is the target block. In order to get yourself a target block, go into the crafting table, take yourself 4 hay bales and a piece of redstone dust. Okay, looks like I had the crafting recipe wrong. But yeah, I forget what it is, but maybe it's more hay bales. Hang on. Well, that's strange. I'm currently not sure of how to craft it. But yes, it is craftable, I know that for sure. You can, with the target block, you can of course use it as a target. You shoot anywhere at the target block and it'll give out a redstone signal depending on where it's hit. If you hit the center, let me try to line it up here. It'll put out a single strength of 15, I believe it is. And it will light up that lamp over there. Yes, that's a lamp. Ignore my custom resource pack. See, I hit it near the center, it didn't light up all the way. Hit it at the center, it lights up. Now, of course, you can do this with any projectile. See? It still emits a redstone signal no matter what projectile you're using. If I throw a trident at it, it does the same thing. And it does it on all sides. And it'll emit a redstone signal depending on where it's hit. Now, I believe that's everything there is to the Nether update. If I missed anything, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll probably discuss it in another video. But for now, that'll be all. Wishing you farewell. leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. My name is Toaster, and that's